Hello viewers, welcome to UN Digital class. In my previous lecture, I have already discussed about the data encryption standard. Now in this lecture, I am going to discuss about the block cipher mode of operation. First of all, I want to discuss about the block cipher and stream cipher. First of all, what is block cipher? Block cipher is a cipher which encrypts a block of plain text to the ciphertext. That means in block cipher at a time one block of plain text can be encrypted. But in case of stream cipher, a byte of plain text can be encrypted at a time which produce a byte of ciphertext. That is the difference between block cipher and the stream cipher. Now DES, which is the data encryption standard, which I have already discussed in my previous lecture, that is one of the example of block cipher. In this DSA, the block size is 64 bits. That means at a time we can take 64 bit plain text and encrypt it by using the DS algorithm and produce the ciphertext. Now let us back to the block cipher mode of operations. Here block cipher mode of operations are 5 different types. First one is electronic code book mode. That is ECB. Second one is cipher blockchaining. That is CBC. Then third one is cipher feedback mode. That is CFB. Then fourth one is output feedback mode. OFB. Then fifth one is counter mode. That is CTR. These are the 5 different types of block cipher mode of operations. First of all, we will discuss about the electronic codebook mode. This electronic codebook mode is one of the simplest mode of operation. That means here we take the plain text and divide it into the n number of blocks. That means suppose this is our plain text. Here we divide this plain text into n number of blocks, that is from P1, P2 up to Pn. Here each block size is n bits. That means P1 contains n bits, P2 contains n bits. Similarly, up to Pn also contains n bits of our plain text. Now look at the encryption process of this electronic codebook mode. Before going to the encryption process, if your plain text block size or your plain text size is not multiple of your block size, then you can add extra text in your last block to make this last block, that is the size which is equal to the other block size. Suppose your plain text size is 64 bit. Now you divide this plain text into 8 number of blocks, that is P1 up to P8, and here your each block contains 8 bit. Here your plain text is divided into 8 number of blocks and each block contains 8 bits. Suppose your plain text is 63 bit. Then if you divide this plain text into 8 bit block size, then the last block contains 7 bit. In this case, you can add extra text or extra bit to make this block size into 8 bit. That is the rule of our dividing the plain text into same size blocks. Now, look into the encryption process of electronic code book mode. During the encryption, first of all we have to divide our plain text into number of blocks. Suppose here we divide our plain text into n number of blocks. That means our plain text is divided into block P1, then next block is P2 up to n number of blocks, that is Pn. Now, here each block size is n bits. That means this P1 is n bits and P2 also n bits, next Pn also n bits. After that, you use any encryption algorithm to encrypt this plain text. That means here by using this block cipher mode of operation, here we use any encryption algorithm and also a key to encrypt this block of plain text, which also provides us n bit output, that is our ciphertext C1. In the similar way, you encrypt the next block, that is here the next block is the block P2, and you use the same encryption algorithm and the same key to encrypt the second block, and it also provides us the n bit ciphertext, that is C2. Similarly, you perform the encryption operation for all the blocks, and the last block is the Pn block. Here you also use the same encryption algorithm and same key to encrypt this block of data, and you also get the n bits of ciphertext, that is Cn. Now, for our plain text block, that is from P1, P2 up to Pn, our ciphertext blocks are C1, C2 up to Cn. By combining these ciphertext blocks, we can actually get the ciphertext from our plain text. This is the encryption process of electronic code book mode. Now, look at the decryption process. Decryption process is nothing but the reverse process of our encryption. Here you take the ciphertext blocks. That means first of all you take the ciphertext blocks, that is C1, C2 up to Cn. Here our each ciphertext block is also n bits. That means this C1 is n bits and C2 also n bits and Cn also n bits. Now, here we use the decryption algorithm and the key to decrypt this ciphertext block. Now, use any of the decryption algorithm and key to decrypt this n bit ciphertext block, which gives us n bits plain text, that is P1. Similarly, you decrypt the second block of our ciphertext by using the same decryption algorithm and the same key, which gives us the n bit plain text, that is P2. You perform this decryption operation up to our last ciphertext block, that is our Cn. Here you use the same decryption algorithm and the key and decrypt this n bit ciphertext, which gives us n bits plain text, that is Pn. Now, these are the plain text blocks which we get from our ciphertext block by using the decryption process. Now, look at here, this is the encryption process and this is the decryption process of our ECB encryption or ECB mode of operation, that is electronic code book mode of operation. by using this electronic code of mode operation, here it is the simplest form, because here we use only the encryption algorithm and the decryption algorithm. First we divide our plain text into equal size of blocks, then we use the encryption algorithm to encrypt, and we use the decryption algorithm for decryption. This is the simplest one. Then next one is cipher block chaining mode. Cipher block chaining mode. In this mode, from the name, that is cipher block chaining, that means this mode of operation maintains a ciphertext chain. How it maintains the ciphertext chain? Now look at the encryption process. During the encryption process, we follow the rule, that is we divide our plain text into equal number of blocks. That means here our plain text is divided into n number of blocks, that is P1, P2 up to Pn, and each block size is n bits. Now here the first block of our plain text, that is the n bits, is exclusive odd with the initialization vector, that is IV. Here the initialization vector is nothing but the random n bits, and this initialization vector is known to the sender as well as the receivers. After the exclusive OR operation, whatever the output, that is the n bits output. Now with this n bit output, which is encrypted by using any one of the encryption algorithm and the key, then it gives us the n bit ciphertext, that is C1. Now for the second block of our plain text, that is P2, here the n bits is exclusive odd with the ciphertext of our first block. That means here this ciphertext is exclusively odd with the second block of our plain text, and after that it gives us the n bits output, and this n bits output is encrypted by using the same encryption algorithm which is used in our first block of plain text and the same key. After that, this produces the n bit ciphertext, that is C2, and this process continues up to the nth block of our plain text. Here for the nth block of our plain text, this n bits is exclusively odd with the n minus 1 ciphertext, that means the previous block ciphertext. After the exclusive OR operation, it gives us the n bits output, and this n bits output is encrypted by using the same encryption algorithm and the same key, which gives us the n bits ciphertext, that is Cn. Now look at here, in this cipher block chaining mode, each step or each block, when we encrypt the first block, here we use the initialization vector and performing the exclusive OR operation with this initialization vector with our first block of plain text. But from the second block onwards, we use the previous block ciphertext which is exclusively ORed with the next block plaintext. After that we use the encryption algorithm and produce the ciphertext. Now these are the ciphertext blocks which are generated from our plaintext block. This is the encryption process of cipher blockchaining mode. Now look at the decryption process. Decryption process is nothing but the reverse of our encryption process. Here we take our ciphertext blocks, that is C1, C2 up to Cn, and the C1 size is n bits, C2 is n bits and Cn also n bits. Now here we use the decryption algorithm, any one of the decryption algorithm and the key, and we decrypt this ciphertext which gives us the n bits output. Now this n bits is exclusively ORed with the initialization vector. That means when we decrypt our first block of ciphertext, at that timing we use the initialization vector, but from the second block onwards we use the previous block ciphertext. Here we exclusively OR with the initialization vector which gives us the n bits plaintext, that is P1. Similarly, we perform the second block of ciphertext. To decrypt we use the same decryption algorithm and the same key which gives us n bits output. Now this n bits output is exclusively ORed with our previous block ciphertext which gives us n bits plaintext, that is P2. Similarly, for nth block of ciphertext we use the decryption algorithm and the key to decrypt this value which gives us n bits output, and now this n bits is exclusively ORed with our previous ciphertext, that is Cn-1, which gives us the n bit plaintext, that is Pn. Now in the decryption process we take the ciphertext block and use the decryption algorithm and we get the plaintext block, that is P1, P2 up to Pn. This is the encryption and decryption process of our cipher blockchaining mode. Next, cipher feedback mode. This mode is basically used in special case. Suppose you have a plain text and you divided this plain text into 8-bit blocks, and you want to encrypt this plain text block by using the data encryption standard. If you want to use DS, then it says that you have to use the 64-bit block size, but you have the 8-bit block size. In this case you use the cipher feedback mode. Now look at the encryption process of this mode. Here first of all you take one shift register, suppose that is S1, and the shift register contains the n bit which is the initialization vector value. That means here you take the initialization vector which is nothing but random n bits. Now these n bits are stored in the shift register S1. After that you use the encryption algorithm. By using some encryption algorithm and key, you encrypt these n bits which gives us n bits output. But here suppose here our plain text block size is s bit. That means from these n bits we have to take 8th bit. And you also remember that here n is always greater than s, and this n is nothing but our shift register value, and this s is nothing but our plain text block size, and this s is always less than n. That means here from this n bits we have to select the s bit, and you must select the left side s bits. This is the s bits and this is the n minus 1 s bits. Now you take these s bits and exclusive OR with our plain text P1, which is also s bit. That means here from the shift register value after encryption we select the leftmost s bit and exclusive OR with our plain text block, then which gives us s bit output. S bits output, that is our ciphertext C1. For the next block encryption of our plain text, here the shift register contains the value that is the initial vector value, but in the second step whatever the value that is the here initially it contains this initialization vector value. Now you shift this value, left shift this value s bits. After that you take these s bits and store in this register. That means now it contains n bits. After that you use the encryption algorithm and key to encrypt these n bits, which gives us n bits output. From this n bits you select s bits, here s minus n bits, but you select these s bits and exclusive OR with your next block of plain text, that is P2, which is also s bits, which gives us s bits ciphertext, that is C2, and this process continues up to our nth block of our plain text. This is the encryption process of cipher feedback mode, because here you use the feedback ciphertext in the next block of our plain text. Now look at the decryption process. In this mode of operation, the decryption process also use the encryption algorithm, but the difference is that in decryption process we use the ciphertext block, but in our encryption process we use the plain text block. Here now look at the decryption process. Here we take the shift register, that is S1, and it contains n bits, which is your initialization vector value. Now these n bits are encrypted by using some encryption algorithm and key, which gives us n bits output, but here we take the s bits because our ciphertext block size is s bit. Now here you take this s bit and exclusive OR with the ciphertext block, that is C1, which is also s bit. Now it gives us the s bit output, which is our plain text P1. Now for second block of our ciphertext, the shift register initially contains the initial vector, that is n bits, but here you use the left shift left, that is s bits, and after that you use the ciphertext and fill this shift register, which is n bits. Now you use the encryption algorithm and the key to encrypt this value which gives us n bits. But from this n bits you have to select the s bits. Now this s bit is exclusively OR with the next or with the previous block ciphertext, that is मुझे कौन कही आउ थर कर दूची एटा छाड़ देछि कहिथिबि कि नहीं लेखिनी
डायग्राम कर दियो तो कर दियो
हाँ डायग्राम कर दूची कहते हैं सर भला
আমি যেମିତି কলি মে ସେ टेंशन नहीं केना हम लिखि दे दोछ
छाड़ कही ना नहीं जानी हबनी अबे सुनले को पड़बा चाहिए
कहि दे सेल्फ टू जाई सुने
जा छाड़
कहि दो ना जाओ रे आउथरे कहि दियो तो
ओहो
कहि दो कर दो पूरा पूरा पढ़ा दो से जो एस ए डिक्रिप्शन जोठी अछि सेल्फ टू स्टार्ट कर
हाँ एठू बा
सेल्फ टू स्टार्ट कर दियो तो से पूर्व तो ये कथा
काट देबा
एटा आउथरे पूरा
हाँ ठीक अच्छे यहाँ कर दूचे एक कहीदेवी गला सैला एत प्रोब्लेम हेनी लिखिदे केते कौन भूल लिखिदे शुणा तो शुणा चढ़चड़ हो तो
सेटा रेकॉर्डिंग होछि
हाँ से हो जा हो Now look at the decryption process. In the decryption process, this is the shift register which contains the n bits of initialization vector. Now these n bits is encrypted by using any one of the encryption algorithm and the key. After that it gives us the n bits output. But from this n bits output we have to choose the s bit because our ciphertext block size is s bit. Now by choosing the s bit we exclusively OR with the ciphertext block, that is C1, which is also s bit. After exclusive OR operation it gives us the s bit output which is our plain text. For the next block of our ciphertext, the shift register initially contains the initialization vector, but for the second block of ciphertext we have to left shift the shift register, that is the s bit left shift. After that we take the first block of our ciphertext into the next block shift register. Then now the shift register value is n bits. This n bits is encrypted by using any one of the encryption algorithm and the key which gives us the n bits output. But from this n bit output we select the s bit. Now this s bit is exclusively OR with our first block of ciphertext, that is C1, which gives us the s bit output, that is the second block of our plain text. Similarly, you follow this process to decrypt the last block of our ciphertext, that is Cn. This is the process of encryption and decryption of cipher feedback mode. But here you have to remember that in the decryption process and encryption process, we use the encryption algorithm. For decryption, encryption algorithm also used. For encryption, encryption algorithm also used. Here no decryption algorithm is used. Next one is output feedback mode. This mode is very similar to our previous mode, but here when we take the shift register, it first shift register contains the initialization vector which is n bits. After that we apply the encryption algorithm and find out the n bits. From that n bits we choose the s bits because our plain text block size is s bit. Then we perform the exclusive OR operation and we get our ciphertext block. Now for the second block, the shift register value contains the n bits, which is the left shift of s bit. Then it also contains the s bit of our previous block ciphertext. Here look at the difference between the output feedback mode and the cipher feedback mode. The cipher feedback mode, these s bits are taken in the next step, but in our output feedback mode, before exclusive OR operation, the s bits are taken into the next step. That means here this s bit is filled with our next shift register value. Now it follows the same rule. That means after that we encrypt the shift register value, and from this value we take the s bits, and here we exclusive OR these s bits into our second block of plain text, which is also s bits. After that it gives us s bits ciphertext. You follow this process to encrypt the nth block of our plain text, and the decryption process is similar to this encryption process, but the difference is that there you take the ciphertext. Here you take the plain text, but in case of decryption you take the ciphertext. But here the encryption and decryption both use the encryption algorithm. No decryption algorithm is used during the decryption process. Now the last mode of operation is counter mode. In this mode of operation, first of all we take one counter value, suppose that is counter. Then next we encrypt this value by using some encryption algorithm and key. After that we exclusive OR this encryption output with our plain text, suppose P1, then which gives us the ciphertext block, that is C1. For next block of encryption, the counter value is incremented by 1, that is counter plus 1. That means for encrypting the next block of our plain text, here the counter value is incremented by 1. After that we use the encryption algorithm and the key to encrypt this value. After encryption we exclusive OR this encryption value with our plain text block, that is P2, which gives us a ciphertext block, that is C2. In the similar way you follow this encryption process to encrypt the nth block of our plain text. This is the encryption process of our counter mode. The decryption process is similar, but here you use the ciphertext and then you exclusive OR with the counter value. Now look at the decryption process. For decryption process, you take the counter, then you use the encryption algorithm. Here also no decryption algorithm, encryption algorithm is used, then key. After that you exclusive OR with the ciphertext block, that is C1, which gives us the plain text, that is P1. For next block you increment the counter value plus 1 and follow the same rule. This is the encryption and decryption process of the counter mode. These are the different mode of operation of block cipher. If you have any doubt, then you can write me in comment box. I will reply you and discuss about your doubt. Thank you for watching.